Most men over 60 think attractiveness is about youth. It is not. Women do not find older men attractive despite their age. They find certain older men attractive because of how they carry themselves, how they dress, and the specific signals their appearance sends. 5 specific things produce those signals. The most powerful of all 5 is the last one. Do not skip ahead. The attractive older man is not trying to look younger. He is not chasing trends or wearing clothes designed for a 30-year-old. These 5 things are not about appearance alone. 4 of them are visible in the clothes and the grooming. The 5th is visible in how the man moves and occupies his space. Together, they produce the specific impression that makes an older man genuinely attractive, not in spite of his age, but because of what his age has given him. On this channel, classic menswear for men over 60 who want to look sharp without overcomplicating it. No trends, just what works. In this video, 5 things that make men over 60 look more attractive to women. What each one signals, why each one works specifically after 60, and exactly how to apply all 5 starting today. The first thing that makes men over 60 look more attractive to women: clothes that fit the body, not tight, not trendy. Simply clothes that follow the natural frame rather than hanging away from it or clinging to it. The shoulder seam at the natural edge. The shirt with 2 inches of ease. Here is what clothes that don't fit communicate. An oversized shirt hanging away from the body communicates that the man is either unaware of how he looks or is deliberately hiding inside his clothes. Neither reads as attractive. Now here is the part nobody talks about. The fit becomes more important, not less, after 60, because the body changes and the clothes must be adjusted to reflect the body as it is now rather than as it was at 40. And this is where most men get it completely wrong. They buy new clothes in the same size they have always bought, without accounting for how the body has changed, or they keep clothes from a decade ago because they still technically fit. The fit check. Shoulder seam at the natural edge, confirmed at every jacket purchase. 2 inches of ease through the shirt body, confirmed by the pinch test at the sides. Trouser sitting at the natural waist without belt compensation. Trouser breaking once cleanly at the shoe. Takeaway. Clothes that fit the current body, not the body at 40, not the body approximated by clothes from a decade ago. The shoulder seam correct. 2 inches of ease through the torso. Trouser at the natural waist and clean at the base. The presence in the body communicated through the fit, the first and most foundational attractive signal. And once the fit communicates presence in the body, the second thing addresses the color that most directly affects how the face looks and how attractive the face appears to the people looking at it. The second thing directly affects how attractive the face appears. One color decision. The most face-affecting choice available. Thing 2, the face. More attractive. One color decision. The second thing that makes men over 60 look more attractive to women. Warm color at the neckline, the color nearest the face, at the shirt collar, the jacket lapel, the crew neck, is the color that either lifts the face or drains it. Here is why this matters specifically for attractiveness. The face is the most attractive element in any man's appearance. The expression, the jaw definition, the eyes. The color at the neckline either amplifies the face or suppresses it. Now here is the part nobody talks about. The warm neckline color is not about wearing bright colors or standing out. Navy is not bright. Camel is not loud. Warm teal is not flashy. These are quiet, controlled, classic colors, the specific warm members of the classic color palette. And this is where most men get it completely wrong. They choose the color that looks acceptable on the hanger under artificial store lighting, rather than the color that makes their face appear most alive in natural daylight. The natural light test. Hold the shirt against the face at a window. The warm neckline palette for men over 60. Navy, the most versatile and the most universally flattering against silver hair. Camel, the warmest and richest option. Soft burgundy, the most distinctive. Warm teal, the most striking. Forest green, the most unexpected. Takeaway: warm color at the neckline, navy, camel, warm teal, soft burgundy, makes the face appear more alive, more present, and more attractive. The natural light test identifies the correct color in 30 seconds, the most impactful face-affecting style decision available. And once the neckline color makes the face more attractive, the third thing addresses the element most men over 60 overlook completely, and that communicates something very specific about the man's relationship with himself. The third thing is overlooked by most men over 60. It communicates something very specific about the man's relationship with himself, and women read it immediately. Thing 3, overlooked by most, communicates his relationship with himself. Women read it immediately. The third thing that makes men over 60 look more attractive to women: the well-maintained grooming detail. Not a dramatic grooming transformation, the specific, visible evidence that the man takes care of himself, consistently and without being asked. Clean nails, trimmed eyebrows. Here is what unmaintained grooming communicates: the eyebrows that have grown unchecked, the haircut that is 6 weeks overdue, the beard that has extended past its intended shape. Each of these communicates the same thing: the man has stopped paying attention to himself. Now here is the part nobody talks about. The well-maintained grooming detail is most attractive when it is not dramatic. The radical grooming transformation, the complete beard overhaul, the dramatic new haircut, communicates effort and uncertainty. And this is where most men get it completely wrong. They groom carefully before significant occasions and let the standards slide for everyday life without realizing that the consistent maintenance is what communicates self-respect, not the occasional effort for an important event. The grooming maintenance standard. Haircut every 3 to 4 weeks, the standard that keeps the cut looking correct rather than waiting until it looks overgrown. Eyebrows trimmed monthly, the specific detail that most men overlook and that is immediately visible. Takeaway: the well-maintained grooming detail, haircut at the correct length, eyebrows trimmed, hair conditioned, nails clean, communicates consistent self-respect, not dramatic, not occasional, consistent, the standard applied always rather than for occasions. And once the grooming communicates consistent self-respect, the fourth thing is the one at the base of every outfit: the specific shoe choice that communicates more about a man's overall standard than almost any other single element. The fourth thing is at the base of every outfit. It communicates more about the man's overall standard than almost any other single element. And most men over 60 are wearing the wrong version. Thing 4, at the base, communicates the overall standard, wrong version worn daily. The fourth thing that makes men over 60 look more attractive to women: the quality leather shoe, polished, not an expensive shoe, a quality leather shoe in a classic silhouette, maintained with the polish that keeps the leather surface rich and the color deep. Here is what the polished leather shoe communicates specifically. The shoe is the detail most people check unconsciously when forming an impression of a man. Now here is the part nobody talks about. The shoe also communicates the man's practical relationship with quality. A quality leather shoe purchased and maintained correctly lasts 10 to 15 years and develops a patina that makes it more distinguished over time. And this is where most men get it completely wrong. They wear the thick-soled, comfortable trainer to every occasion, including occasions that call for a shoe that communicates the standard the rest of the outfit is establishing. The trainer communicates comfort prioritized over intention. The shoe choice and maintenance. Quality leather loafer or derby in warm brown or tan. Slim sole, not thick and cushioned. Classic silhouette, polished weekly with matching polish and a horsehair brush. Conditioned monthly. Takeaway. The quality leather shoe, polished, maintained, in a classic slim silhouette, communicates standards at the base of every outfit. Quality chosen and care applied. The attention that did not stop above the ankle. The most attractive signal at the base available. And once the shoe communicates standards at the base, the fifth thing is the most powerful attractive signal of all. The one that has nothing to do with clothing and everything to do with how the man inhabits the room. The last thing has nothing to do with clothing, everything to do with how the man inhabits the room. The most powerful attractive signal available to any man over 60. Thing 5. Nothing to do with clothing, how he inhabits the room. The most powerful. The fifth and most powerful thing that makes men over 60 look more attractive to women. The unhurried, undivided attention. Here is what undivided attention communicates. Now here is the part nobody talks about. The undivided attention is attractive specifically because it is not the default. Most men, at every age, are partially present in every conversation. The phone is accessible, the room is being monitored, and this is where most men get it completely wrong. They are physically present in the conversation while being mentally elsewhere, and the physical signals of partial attention are immediately visible. The eyes that glance away, the response that begins before the other person has finished, the undivided attention habit. In any conversation, phone put away before the conversation begins. Body turned fully toward the person speaking. Eyes present. No response prepared while they are still speaking. Picture this. A man over 60 at a social dinner. Clothes fitted correctly to his current body. The presence in the body communicated. Warm navy at the neckline. The face more alive and more present. Silver hair trimmed and conditioned at the correct length, the consistent self-respect visible. Takeaway. The unhurried, undivided attention, phone away, body turned, eyes present, response after a genuine pause, is the most powerful, attractive signal available to any man over 60, more authentic at 60 than at any other age, more attractive because it is rare. And once all 5 things are understood, the complete picture of what makes a man over 60 genuinely attractive and why it is available to every man at this stage of life becomes clear. Here is what all 5 things look like working together. Clothes fitted correctly to the current body, presence communicated. Warm color at the neckline, the face more alive and more present, well-maintained grooming, consistent self-respect visible. Why these 5 things work specifically after 60. Correctly fitted clothes at 60 communicate self-knowledge rather than vanity. Warm neckline color at 60 activates silver hair that no younger man possesses. Now here is the part nobody talks about. These 5 things work together because each one communicates the same underlying quality. The man who knows himself. The correctly fitted clothes communicate body knowledge. The warm neckline color communicates face knowledge. The 1-week implementation. Today, the fit check. Shoulder seam, torso ease, trouser break. Today, the natural light color test for every neckline piece currently owned. This week, the grooming audit. When was the last haircut? When were the eyebrows last trimmed? The attractive man over 60 at 3 ages of his decade. At 60, the 5 things producing an attractive impression that surprises him because he did not expect it to be available. The cost of all 5 things. Correctly fitted clothes, $20 to $50 of tailoring for existing pieces. Warm neckline color, $0 if warm pieces already owned, $15 to $20 for 1 new piece. Takeaway: 5 things. Clothes fitted to the current body, warm color at the neckline, well-maintained grooming. Quality leather shoe polished, undivided, unhurried attention. Here is the final truth about attractiveness after 60. The most attractive older man is not the one who looks the most like a younger man. Not younger, more present. Not trying to attract, simply himself. In clothes that fit, in colors that lift the face, with grooming that communicates self-respect, with shoes that communicate standards, and with the attention that communicates he is completely here. Which of these 5 things are you applying first? Drop it in the comments. The one that most surprises men, the one they never expected to be an attractive signal, is almost always the 5th. The undivided attention. What was yours? Subscribe for straight, practical style advice for men who value confidence over trends. Next video: 5 things that make men over 60 look more sharp.